Good evening, everyone, for gathering here, and thanks for gathering here. A lot of you are new here, so let me give you a brief introduction about what we do here at DigiSaksham. DigiSaksham is a training wing of SAMES Welfare Foundation and has developed content for over 300 courses in multiple languages, which range from 4 hours to over 6 months in various sectors like IT, BFSI, retail, and entrepreneurship for all age groups from school children, youth, professionals, and senior citizens with over 6,000 trainings till date. Now let's move on to our event at hand and our speaker. I can say for sure that the most of us that we all love money and we would like to get a better grasp on how to handle it. That's where our speaker, Mr. Vijay Singh Rawat, comes into the picture. He is an accomplished professional with over 10 years of rich experience in the areas of money management, supply chain management, procurement, project management, and vendor development. The key focus being on how to achieve profitability by cost reduction, vendor risk management, and revenue generation. He has done this across banking, insurance, and IT industry and has managed $500 million of spend in overall work experience. So I would like to welcome our speaker, and he will take it from here.
Thank you, Rehan, for the introduction. I'll also like to thank SEMS for organizing this webinar. I'm sure you would have figured out that I'm here to talk about money rather than management of money, and I have my fair share of dealing with money. To make all of your time worth, I will first disclose my source of learning of personal finance management. The reason I do it because I know that the reason I am disclosing my source of information, which nobody does, is that I know that you guys, all of you who are present, are you know serious about learning about money, and that's why all of you are here on this fine Sunday afternoon instead of being with your family or watching Netflix. So, Rehan has given my introduction. My major source of learning for money comes from my job, I guess. In my job, I'm supposed to meet a lot of people, and the people I meet, they range from owners of 100 crores of organization or to VPs and SVPs of large MNCs. While I view them from my work perspective, I also see them as individuals who have managed money so well. If I'll give you an example, there's a gentleman, his sales, annual sales for his company, the owner of the company, was 50 crores per annum. Considering he used to make 20% of margin, that is 10 crores of earning, and he was still living in a house worth 5 crore. What I'm trying to tell you is that all these people who have managed money well, or who are rich as per our definition, they've managed money very well, they live below their means, and they're extremely humble. All of the salaried people, including me, for me, even my car is more expensive than my annual CTC, but look at this guy I gave example of. I have also, I have interest of books. I've read dozens of books about money. I've mentioned a couple of my favorite books: Your Money, Your Life by Vicky Robbins, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. They're amazing books, they'll change your concept about money. I have taken a lot of courses in personal financial management. I've taken courses on FIRE. FIRE is a movement we'll talk about later in the course. I've done my MBA in finance and operations. Within finance, we have a subject called wealth management. We did that. I did that 10 years back. I have a decade of work ex now in finance. At that time, I never took that subject so seriously. But now I guess that was the most important subject of my life, or life of anybody who's working, earning. Finance is very important, especially wealth management. I follow a lot of blogs about FIRE, personal finance management. I've watched thousands hours of video. In fact, I have a premium membership of YouTube because I am a fan, or I follow this FIRE movement, which I'll talk about in future. So, about money. All of us do know what is money. All of us work hard to earn money, yet pay very little attention to management of the money. If you don't manage your money, no matter how much you are earning, you will have to worry about it, right? But if you know what is your retirement number, what the corpus you need to achieve, where to invest so that you can earn inflation adjusted returns, then you should not worry about money. But in case you don't know answer to these questions, you must worry about money. People have different kind of relationship with money. You know, कुछ कुछ लोगों को पैसा का नाम सुन के डर लगता है, कईयों को अच्छा लगता है. When I say डर लगता है, I am trying to convey that you are scared of thinking that I might not have enough money for my next month, next year, or next decade. So people have different kind of relationship with money. First of all, you should identify your relationship with money and try to improve that. That is the essence. And by definition, money is just mean to do a transaction. I give money, I buy bread. I give money, I buy car. I give money, I can buy a house also. So that's how it is. Actually, there's an interesting question I was, while preparing this presentation. So we had barter system in past. The barter system is wherein there was exchange of goods instead of money. Now, if money is just a mean of exchange, right? So during barter system, does it mean that people were not worrying about money? Obviously there was no money there. They instead of bread, instead of rice, they used to get wheat. Instead of wheat, they used to get iron. So there was a barter system. Did they not? Did they used to not to get worried about money? Most probably no. But then they would have other kind of things to worry about. Now, before I start giving, I'll not say tips, but before we start engaging in a little more advanced concept within the personal financial management, let's learn some few basics. In fact, if all of you are listening to me, I will want you to create your net worth and cash flow right now. I mean, you don't need to show it to me. Just take a pen and pencil, or a pen or pencil and notepad, and write it down somewhere so that you guys know what is the current situation. The net worth and cash flow, it shows you where you are. I am driving towards my office, for example, right? You can ask me, I mean, if you ask me how long I'm going to take to reach my office, I'll say 5 minutes, depending upon how far I am from my office, right? Similarly, if you want, not you, all of us wants to be rich, but shouldn't we know where we are? I mean, what is called being rich? If I ask you or I ask anybody, the reason of you all joining this particular session is that you want to be rich, but what is the definition of rich and where you are? I mean, for example, for you, rich means earning a lakh rupee a month, or 2 lakh rupees a month, or 10 lakh rupees a month. First of all, you should know what is your goal. Before that, you should know where you are. I mean, if you want to earn a lakh rupees a month and you're earning 50,000, then you know that you are at 50% of your goal. So this net worth and cash flow will really help you understand your current situation. And I want all of you to create it right away in your notepad or diary, wherever, and keep it to yourself, because this will tell you where you are, and write down the date also. So, and I'll explain the definition of net worth and cash flow. So we have income, right? Income is something which we earn. So it could be a salary, it could be rental income, it could be dividends, and then there are expenses. Expenses as in we buy things, we pay rent, we pay for fuel, electricity bill, mobile bill, XYZ thing. So if you minus your income from expenses, you will get your cash flow. Basically, is overall money coming to you, or it's going out from you. Net worth, on the other hand, it is a difference. It is difference between your asset and liability. So asset is something which you have your income generating instruments are called assets. For example, gold, your house which provides you rent is your asset. Liabilities are your obligation where you need to pay. For example, house loan, your car loan, all those things. I'll provide detail in the next slide. So this is just an example, an arbitrary example I have created for you guys. So on the left hand side, it's income. Your income, your of self, spouse, your parental income. Your parents are sponsoring you, or some rent you are getting. You might get bonus. So left hand side, annual is. I mean, this example is 15 lakh rupees. 15 lakh 30,000 is what is your annual income. On the right hand side is the expenses. I mean, I have tried to list down as many as I could, but in this book called Your Money, Your Life, which I referred in the beginning, Vicky Robbins tells you to or informs you to write down everything you do, as an expenditure for at least 3 months, then average it out, and then you realize where your money is going. So this is actually very important exercise. Though I am doing it in a quick 2 minutes, 5 minutes discussion, but noting down or knowing your expenses is one of the most important thing. Income everybody knows, but expenses something which is extremely detailed, and to make an exhaustive list itself is an achievement. So in this example, the expenditure for this person is 9,74,000. So this yearly income is 15 lakh. If you minus the expenses, it's 9,74,000. The total surplus, the extra money which this person has, is 5,56,000. And he's investing 4,50,000 monthly on a lot of things. It could be your mutual funds, mutual funds, gold, equity, and then the money which he can invest more. Where will he invest? Obviously, asset classes. I'll explain in the coming slides. So this cash flow statement, it shows that can you invest more? Are you on path of becoming rich? If this statement is negative to you, this means you have to cut down expenses or increase your income, either of them. Then only this will become your first step of becoming rich or the path of becoming rich. If it is negative, your first and foremost priority is to get it positive, which means you have to cut down your expenses, cut down expenses, increase your income. I mean, there are multiple ways to do that. There could be another 2-hour discussion on that. But I hope you get the ideas. Now, going back to the expenses, I have tried listing down as many as headers I could find, but अगर किसी ने अपना खर्चा को write down कर लिया और note कर लिया, this is kind of an achievement itself, because, and I'm telling all of you guys, think about it. I mean, take your time and think about it. आप सबको नहीं पता होगा पर कितना खर्चा होता है. Nobody can achieve exact number, because there are times when we pay without acknowledging the fact that we paid. There could be small minute expenses. विकी रॉबिन्स जो बुक है योर मनी योर लाइफ, आई थिंक पहले कुछ चैप्टर्स में वो यही बताते रहते हैं कि अगर आप अपने एक्सपेंसेस को कैप्चर कर लोगे, इट्स सेल्फ एन अचीवमेंट. So now you know your what could be expenses: house rent, groceries, milk, XYZ things. Now in this example, this guy has 9.74 lakh as an expense. So your income minus your expenses, your surplus. Surplus as in money you can invest. This guy is already investing 4.5 lakh, which means he can invest under 1 lakh. Okay. Now this cash flow, as I said earlier, this should be positive, which means you should earn more than your expenses. Otherwise, I mean, you cannot become rich except you win a lottery or something else. I mean, the normal way that I'll not say it's a magic, but yes, Albert Einstein also called compounding as eighth wonder of the world, but it takes time. If you want to become rich in the manner which is speedy and which a middle class person can become, then your cash flow quadrant should be positive, or cash flow should be positive, which means you should have more income than expense. Now, moving on, net worth. What is my net worth? Net worth का definition हमने पढ़ा था asset minus liability. So asset is something a revenue generating asset, जिससे मुझे पैसा मिलता है, जिससे मेरा income आता है. Liability जो जिसमें मेरा खर्चा होता है. Assets could be my home, my stocks. In this example, if you see shares, this guy has shares of 5 lakh rupees. He has equity EPF, what 7 lakh rupees, PPF, 4 lakh. All of these they give him money, so hence their asset. Real estate 60 lakh, he get rent because of that. Gold, silver, capital appreciation hota hai, NPS, cash in bank, bank deposit. FDs, all these are your assets. What are your liabilities? Your home loan, your car loan, all of these are liabilities. If you minus asset minus liabilities, you'll know your net worth. This 37 lakh positive net worth. Again, this should be positive. Okay, negative is का मतलब आपके liabilities ज़्यादा हैं. मतलब again, you are not in a good shape. Right? You should always have more assets than your liability. This is the growing rich cycle. I have, I don't think this is there in any of the books or videos. This is something which I have actually created after amalgamating so much of knowledge. So you guys have understood about cash flows, income, expenses, and your assets. Oh, sorry, your net worth, which is assets and liability. Now, अभी हमने ये देखा था कैश फ्लो में, this guy has 1 lakh rupees of extra surplus. उससे वो करेगा क्या? What will he do with that money? He can always invest in travel, घूमना फिरना. He can buy a better car. He can upgrade his wardrobe. He could do all those things. But to become rich, what he needs to do is increase the income. I mean, in this case, he already has a high income, which means his positive cash flow. If he is positive, increase in income will result in increase in cash flow. For example, he managed to just add 10,000 rupees here, महीने का 10,000, साल का 1,12,000, तो उसका जो पूरा का पूरा untapped surplus है, that will also increase by another lakh. So what he needs to do basically with this 1 lakh or 2 lakh 30,000 is he needs to create assets basically. From his surplus, he needs to create assets. He needs to invest in assets, which means from this cash flow, whatever extra money he has to put in assets, which is the left-hand side of your net worth. With his assets, अब जब assets बढ़ जाएगा, for example, he buys more stocks, he buys more gold, he buys a property, whatever he can buy, right? What are assets? Assets will generate more income for him, right? Which means if you go back, his income will, left-hand side of your cash flow will increase. And hence the cycle, more assets will result into more income. And this is a perpetual cycle. This is like growing rich cycle. If you want to, you can start from 10 rupees, buy a 10 rupees stock. Or you can buy, if you're risk averse, you don't want to buy a stock, go ahead and buy 10 rupees ka whatever. I don't think so post office will allow 10 rupees, 500,000 rupees to bolte hai minimum. 1,000 rupees ka post office le liya. With that, you keep on increasing, that will give you more money. You will invest more in your assets, and then the whole cycle of getting rich is this. And I know this is how everybody becomes rich. Everybody, all the rich people, they have this, this mentality. And I'll be honest, I am learning to develop this mentality. I don't have this right away, but I am developing. As in, whenever I do expense, whenever I get money, first thing I do is I buy an asset or invest in an asset. And then I, do expense. And if I have invested in an asset, what will it result into? It will result into more income in future. So this is basically the growing rich cycle, this is the summary of or amalgamation of everything you can read on books, on videos, all the courses. And I've created it, and I'm personally very proud of it. Now, we have learned how to grow rich, increase your income or make your cash flow positive. You should earn more than you spend. उससे assets खरीदो, assets से आपका और income आएगा, उनको वापस फिर से assets खरीदो, पूरा cycle घुमाओ. But तब तक, till when? I mean, when can I say I'm rich, or when can I say I have sufficient? This is extremely important. Now, for this to know the answer, कि भाई मुझे lakh, I am satisfied when I have 10 lakh, I am satisfied when I have 10 crores, or I am satisfied when I have 10,000 crores. You need to have your financial goals. You need to know, you need to put your goal and then do the race. You can't just keep running and don't even know where to run or when to run. Right? The cycle is helpful only once you know what do you need in your life. Now, financial goal, we'll talk only about financial goals. There could be a lot of spiritual goals, family goal, personal goal. We will not talk about them. We'll talk about financial goals. Though, guys, I want to tell you a lot of, in fact, nearly 99% of your goals are connected with finances. I have a social goal or philanthropic goal of, donating, but can I do that if I don't have money? So I'll go, which means I'll need money for that. I have family goal of going on a vacation, spending time with my family. Can I do it if I don't have money? No. So I'm saying while most of the goals are connected to financial goals, but in this presentation and since there's short of time, we'll just talk about financial goals. Well, financial goals could be what is your identity, your needs and wants. I will tell your needs or the goals for your needs in a descending order of priority, which means I'll tell you the most important goals first, and then I'll tell you the least important one. Though जितने भी goal needs में आएंगे, all of them will be important, but still there is a sequence to it. Now, the most important goal for financial goal in your needs should be your emergency corpus. You must have an emergency corpus of 6 months. And 6 months of your expense. अब आप बोलोगे expense दिखाएंगे, हमने जो पहले पढ़ा था cash flow, I calculate your expense on the right hand side. So you should have 6 months of that money, which means if you spend ₹1,00,000 a month, you should have 6 months of your 6 months in your liquid funds or your bank account or in your FD, so that you can withdraw them whenever you need. So expense emergency purpose is mandatory to have. That's your need, first need. Second will be your term insurance. The term insurance should be 10 years of your expenses. I need to explain term insurance, I think, because I don't think so most of you will know the difference between a term insurance and a government plan. Okay, so in financial goal, one we discuss about emergency corpus, that we should have an emergency corpus when we, which is basically for any emergency, like we are laid off, there's some medical emergency, excited things, we should have a 6 month of emergency corpus with us. Second is term insurance. So, and that's what my finance teacher told me 10 years back or 11 years back, that investment and insurance are two different things. So when we talk about insurance, we're talking about protecting what we have earned or protecting the future. Investment is about earning. दो चीजें अलग होती हैं. India में we talk about insurance as a mean of investment, which is extremely wrong. Now, when I talk about term insurance, this is only plain vanilla insurance, which means you will pay your premium, and if something happens to you, your family will get a large corpus. But in case you survive the complete period, you will not get any money back. That's kind of if in the policy where you get your money back, those are endowment plans and they are terribly bad. They have return of 4%, extremely bad assets. I'll not even call them assets. You should, in your financial goal needs, you should have your emergency corpus, your term insurance of 10 years of expense. You should have your health insurance, very, very important. Last 1.5 years because of this pandemic, I have utilized 10 lakh of my insurance last 1 month because my parents, they had COVID and the hospitals are very expensive. So you must have health insurance. अभी emergency corpus, term insurance, health insurance हम क्यों रख रहे हैं ताकि आप जो आपका जो goal है, obviously I'll come to your fourth goal. Your fourth goal is retirement. Your fifth could be house. Sixth could be education of a child and their education, their marriage. इन सब गोल को protect करने के लिए आपको health insurance देना पड़ेगा. So if you're saving money, for example, I save ₹1,00,000 a year, and 10 years I save 10 lakh rupees. If there's a health emergency, I'll spend all my money there. So the money which I have saved for my son or daughter's marriage is all gone to health, right? So how can I protect that? I can protect that by taking a health insurance. So these are your need-based financial goals. Then there is want-based financial goals. You want to have a vacation, you want to have a car, you want to do donations. So you have to figure a number for this. अभी आप बोलेंगे कि हम कैसे पता लगाएं मुझे रिटायरमेंट कितना पैसा चाहिए, मुझे हाउस के लिए कितना पैसा चाहिए. So there are calculators available in every mutual fund, your banks. You just write financial calculator, Google it, retirement calculator, Google it, you'll find क्या वो कितना. And they'll ask you आपका उम्र कितना है, what is that you earn, what is that you want to save, then you'll get the number. So, and again, if I try to explain it in detail, it will take another few parts. So I'm going to move forward from it. So you know how to become rich, growing the cycle, and you should have a number. If not, you want to earn, right? Now, where to invest? So these are 5 asset types which have been described: equity, fixed income, real estate, commodities, cash. And then the criteria which they are being reviewed upon are return potential, volatility in returns, liquidity, can a small amount investment, monthly annual investment, complexity. Equity is share, stocks. I don't know how many will you attend, how many of you will attend the next session. So I want to share my learnings here, and I want to tell you things which might be beneficial to you, and we might not get to talk in future. Please invest in equity. Please invest in equity. This is my recommendation. I have been working for nearly more than 10 years. I started equity investment in last 3 years back. So 10 साल काम करते थे, पहले 7 साल मैंने बिल्कुल ही सेफ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स में डाला है. अब पिछले 3 साल से मैंने इक्विटी में डालना शुरू किया है. एंड टू टेल यू व्हाट, माय इक्विटी रिटर्न्स इज मोर देन my 7 years of fixed or whatever investment classes which I've done in last last 7 years. So please invest in equity. Now, when I say invest in equity, I am not asking you to find penny stock. When I say penny stock, एक stock इसका प्राइस बहुत ही गिर गया, 2, 3, 4, 5 रुपए नहीं. Invest in a blue chip company. Invest in companies जिसका प्रोडक्ट आप यूज करते हैं. For example, I invest in HUL. Sorry, Hindustan Unilever. I invest in Hindustan Unilever because I know I use this shampoo, sabun, and all those things. I know that company is not going to go down. So when I say equity, you are kind of buying a very, very, very small portion of ownership in that company. Share. Do I think HUL will go down? No, and it has not. It has not failed me. I've invested in Infosys. I have invested in ICI because I'm the customer. I have invested in invest in companies. While most of people will tell you go read their financials, their books, and all those things, I'm going to tell you, if you use that product, if you know that company is good, and if you think future में इसका जरूरत होगा. For example, are we going to stop using the shampoos, soap, biscuits? No, we are not. Biscuits, I have invested in ITC also. So please invest in equity because this company make a lot of money. Or how do they make money? आप ही लोग उनको पैसा बनाने में help कर रहे. You buy their products, hence they make more money, right? They make money. Spending, आप उसको expenses में लेके आ रहा है. I'll again go back to this cash flow. You are your expense में आ रहा है. It comes from expense side. If you buy the stocks, वो आपके assets में आ जाएगा. I hope you guys are able to understand. So please invest in equity. Invest in good companies, large multi-cap large companies only, जिनका प्रोडक्ट आप यूज करते हो, जिनके बारे में आप जानते हो. इफ यू हैव टाइम, प्लीज गो थ्रू देयर बैलेंस शीट, सी वो कितने प्रॉफिट में है, कितने लॉस में है. यू डोंट हैव टू लर्न एवरीथिंग, बट बेसिक्स यू शुड डू. Other way of investing in equity is via mutual funds. Then there are for example, any person will so any company will say ki now you can invest in me, you give your money to me, I will buy, I will pick correct stocks for you, right? So that's mutual fund investment. Basically, asset management companies, right? You can do it via that also, but the return they will give you is average 15%. Equity will give you, equity, there's no, I can't put a capital, but yes, 15 to 20-25 has given me 20-25% return. Mutual fund has given me 17 to 18% return. So it depends upon your risk appetite also. That is the most important thing. आप कितना रिस्क ले सकते हैं. If you are young, please put your money in equity. People say that if you are not so young, do not put your money in equity. I'll still say if you have faith in your country, if you have faith that this company will grow, and if you have faith, and India is a consumption-based country, by the way, so we are bound to grow. So please put your money in equity. Fixed income is your FDs and all, very plain vanilla things. Real estate is property. Commodities is your metals and MGX. Cash is what you have in your account and banks. Now, abhi dekhiye, first we call them return potential. Return potential is how much money can you expect. Equity has always, equity will always give you money more than your inflation. So what is inflation? Inflation is basically we buy goods, right, and they become expensive over a period of time. I don't want to go into that this WPI definition of inflation, but I'll tell you in simple terms. Inflation is I used to buy a pen for 10 rupees, I think, when I was in school. Now I think that pen has become what, 20 rupees or 25 rupees. That's inflation, right? Things become expensive. I used to buy tomato, for example. I don't buy tomatoes, but for example, I used to buy tomato 20 rupees kilo. last year. Now I buy it for 30 rupees kilo. Well, that's 50% inflation. So basically, things are becoming expensive. That's inflation. Now, if you invest in a asset which, for example, cash, it is below inflation, this means your value of money is getting negative. अभी 100 रुपए आपके अकाउंट में है, एंड यू आर उसमें आप 3.5% जो एसबीआई या कोई भी का बैंक आपको 3.5% आप उस पर कमाते हैं, तो आपको साल के एंड में 103 रुपए 50 पैसा आपके अकाउंट पे है, 150 पैसा, बट इन्फ्लेशन इज 5%, which means things are becoming expensive by 5%. This means actual money which you have is 98.5. I hope you are able to comprehend this. Now, equity is above inflation return, which means 15-20%. Inflation is between 7 to 8%. So equity will always give you above inflation. Fixed income is hardly, I mean, it's equivalent to inflation. If you, that's why they have written near inflation. Real estate above inflation in long term. Commodities near inflation. Volatility, as in, I'll say the ups and downs. Equity, if you hold equity, do not cry when it goes down. Just hold it for long term. You know, just don't think कि आज मेरे कल गिर गया तो अभी मैं डूब गया. Don't think like this. Hold. You should have guts to hold. And then I'm telling you because okay. You don't. Most of you don't invest in stocks. I'll tell you. I have stocks of Yes Bank. I bought it for 250 rupees. They're currently 13 rupees, and I have thousands of stocks. Does this mean I am at loss in my equity portfolio? No, I'm still at profit because I've averaged out. I've done, 10 में से एक अगर मेरा स्टॉक गलत निकला है, just fine. I should be ready to take that risk. So there are a lot of ups and downs in equity. You should be ready for that. Fixed income is no up and down. It's very safe. Real estate, yes, property price कभी गिरते हैं बढ़ते हैं. Commodities, yes, metal price goes up and down, gold price goes up and down. Cash has no volatility. Liquidity very high, which means you can. How quickly can you withdraw your money? Equity में आपने आज if you want to remove your money today, you put your request to the broker. They will give you money in T+2, which is a transaction plus 2 days. Fixed income, yes, you can remove it any day. Apply it to the real estate very low, which means you cannot sell your property quickly in a day or two. It will take months. Commodities low. Cash is already liquid. Small amount invest कर सकते हैं. Yes. Equity, yes. Small 500 पे start कर सकते हैं. Fixed income, yes. Real estate, no. You will have to have a large investment. Commodities, sometime you can invest in small amount. Cash, it's not applicable. I mean, can you invest in SIP or monthly or annual basis? SIP is systematic investment, monthly, weekly, annually, quarterly. Yes, equity, you can do that. Fixed income, yes, you can do that. Real estate, no. It has to be one time. अभी REITs आ रहे हैं शायद उसमें आप सिप कर पाएंगे, but that's a different concept. We'll discuss later. Commodities, no. Cash doesn't make sense. Complexity, equity is complex. I mean, not very complex, but complex. Fixed income, very plain, simple in their product. Real estate, very, very complex. You don't know the drivers. Government has certain rates. बोलती है कि आज दुर्गा मुनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन ने बोला I have increased the property rate. Well, गौतम बुद्ध नगर ने बोला I will decrease. So it's actually complex. It's not in your hand. Commodities is complex. You don't know gold price बढ़ेगा घटेगा. You do not know silver price बढ़ेगा घटेगा. Between again a tip for you: buy silver. Silver price will go up. I mean, you can buy gold also. Gold price also subjected to go to $80,000, but gold has a lot of volatility. Buy silver. Silver's price is going to go up. There's a lot of shortages of silver across the globe. Moving on. Yeah, fire. This is my favorite part, and I follow this thoroughly. What is fire? So I'll tell you first of all, before I explain fire, I'll tell you. Typical, I will say Indian. That happens across the globe. अपन लोग 25 साल की उम्र से जॉब करना शुरू करते हैं. कुछ लोग 20, कुछ लोग 28. लेट्स से एवरेज 25 साल से जॉब करते हैं. हम 60 साल तक जॉब करेंगे. कुछ लोग बेचारे 65 तक भी करते हैं. कई लोग 70 तक भी करना पड़ता है because they have mismanaged their retirement fund. Right? तो मोटा-मोटा हम 35 से 40 साल जॉब करते हैं. Correct? And I am sure all of you will agree. So we work till 40 years of our life. Because we study for the first 20. Now, we retire, for example, we retire 60. Let's assume we'll live till 80. Which is, well, I could have said 2 years back, yes, everybody could live till 80, but because I think people can't live till the mortality rate has gone up. In fact, unfortunately, I've seen my father-in-law expiring at 68 last year. So, people, what I'm trying to use, 40 साल तक हम काम करेंगे so that we save money so that we can live comfortably for next 20 years. Given we live till 20 years, which we don't, right? Does this math sound okay to you? Matlab, what you guys are trying to tell me? And this was a very strange concept to me also. I am gonna work till 60. I'm gonna work my ass off so that I can have money and then retire. And what will I do with that money at that time? I will not have the energy to travel. I will not have my tummy will not allow me to digest the spicy food which I love. I cannot dance. I cannot, I will be physically weak. And then this made me question the whole concept of working and earning. You guys should actually take some time after this and think about it. It's like I'm telling you, okay, give me 4 hours of your day, and then I'll give you free for 2 hours. You'll say what rubbish is this? It's the other way around. No, it can't be I give you 40 rupees and sorry, it can't be that you give me 40 rupees and then I give you 20 rupees back. You're at loss. We are working 40 years so that we can live 20 years comfortably, which I assume is not 15 or 10 years. So hence, in West, the developed nations, they came up with the concept of FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. So they're saying this is bullshit, and I don't mind using such language. They're saying this is bullshit to work for 40 years and to retire for next 20 years comfortably. They're saying we want to work only till 20 years and enjoy life for 40 years. That makes sense, right? 20 साल काम करके 40 साल enjoy करो. Other than what we do in 40 years, you work and then you die 20. The FIRE is basically you accumulate so much of money that you don't have to work in future. And there are various types of FIRE: traditional FIRE, post FIRE, lean FIRE, fat FIRE, and I love all of them. I love all of them. And FIRE is, there's a base to achieve FIRE. It itself, if I start explaining about FIRE in detail, that will take another few hours. So I'm going to quickly just give you the concept. It talks about save 70 to 80% of your income, live on minimal funds or minimal expenses, and invest in high return instruments and generate a corpus or make your corpus so big that the corpus generates a fund to manage your expenses. I know it could be a little tricky, so I'll give an example. So my expense, for example, is 1 lakh rupees a month, which is 12 lakh a year, right? Which means if I have a corpus of 1 crore in equity or mutual fund, which gives me 12% return, कोई भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट जिसमें 12% रिटर्न आता है, तो अगर 1 करोड़ मैंने डाल दिया उसमें, तो मेरा 12% के हिसाब से, which is 12 lakh. So 12 lakh rupees is get, which is 1 lakh per month. This means I can retire. I don't have to do my job. FIRE doesn't mean you leave your job. It means that you do your job with your own respect, pride. You do your job at your own time, or you do your job which you like. That's what FIRE talks about. And this was summary of FIRE. It has a famous 4% rule, which says you should save at least 4% of your which you should save 25 times of your annual expense, so that we can withdraw 4% every time. For example, जो मैंने example लिया था in your cash flow, this guy has the expense of 9,04,000, which means he needs to save 3.8 crore rupees, so that he can withdraw 4% and live without working throughout his life. Basic maths. With this, I'll end my session. I hope you like it. Please feel free to put your reviews, and you can ask me questions right away. Yes, Devesh. Liabilities are increasing and income is not increasing. That is going to happen, as you grow in your career life. So the problem is, don't think it from monetary perspective, also thinking from the societal perspective. How is the society formed? Get a job by 25, we get married, have kids by 30, the kids, you need to feed the kids, get in the best schools. Obviously, your expense or liabilities, you don't call them liabilities, call them expenses, are going to increase. Then you have to own your house. What can you do? There are two answers to your question. Control your liabilities and I think I did focus on that, but I'll repeat. Please mark, or please note down all the expenses you do for 3 months, and then you'll know where your money is going. आपको बहुत सारा ऐसा खर्चा पता लगेगा जो आपको पता नहीं खर्चा हो रहा है. For example, Netflix getting renewed, right? So, I'll be answering the first question. What to do where your liabilities are, your expenses are increasing, income is not increasing. So you please track down your expenses. That is the first thing you do, because something which is not tracked cannot be monitored, right? So, and that has happened with me also. Start noting down from today. I mean, it's 30th of, you can start from tomorrow. कल से आप start करो, हर एक खर्चा जो भी पूरे फैमिली में लिखो भाई, एक डायरी बनाओ, राइट? 3 महीने तक लिखो, फिर आपको पता लगेगा आपका खर्चा कहाँ ज्यादा जा रहा है, कहाँ पे कम जा रहा है, एंड व्हाट इज योर नीड एंड व्हाट इज योर वांट. आप अपने वांट को हटा सकते हो, राइट? वांट इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, नेटफ्लिक्स इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट. इट इज जस्ट लाइक बुक, यू कैन बाय अ बुक, you can do lot of things, right? Instead of using Netflix. Now you know what are your expenses. Attack on your wants. How to increase your income. You're saying pandemic here. Have you learned something new? Have you invested in yourself? I mean, this is a very short session. I would have taught you your 5 buckets where to invest. In the sense, एक invest करेंगे, अपना need पे भी खर्चा करेंगे, invest भी करेंगे, ऐसे तो भी खर्च करेंगे, but अपने ऊपर भी खर्च करेंगे. अपने ऊपर मतलब you will have to improve yourself. So, for example, I have a decade of experience in things which I do in finance, and I head a particular department in a good MNC. Just 2 days back, I've enrolled in a certification, which was expensive. But why did I do that? Because I want to invest in myself. When I earn, I think I should invest in myself. With that investment, I can earn more. And maybe this might not seem sensible to you, but that's a fact. Let me tell you an example. I am working in a hotel, right? Or छोटा example. वैसे कोई छोटा बड़ा है तो इंडिया में हमें लगता है कि this white collar, this blue collar, across the globe, everybody should be respected for whatever job they do. Now, if I'm a cook and I know only Indian cuisine, right? Now, if I spend some time and money to earn Mughlai or Continental, then I can go to a different restaurant. I can earn more. Did you see? Invest in yourself. Then your income will increase. That is one. Maybe you have not find your strength. When I say find your strength, आप देखिए आप किसमें अच्छे हैं, नेटवर्किंग में अच्छे हैं, आपके कनेक्शंस अच्छे हैं, आप मार्केटिंग में अच्छे हैं, आप क्रिटिसिज्म में गलतियां निकालने में अच्छे हैं. Find your strength and then put them at play, right? For example, people are good at finding mistake. I am good at finding mistake. I'm very critical of everything, so I know I can become a good critic. Whenever I read a book, I can find mistakes in that, and then I send it to those authors, and then when I talk about international authors, and they actually respond back to me that this is correct. So I'm saying, while I have not monetized it, which is not nahi pada, but since you need it, please monetize on your skills. Understand? जो आप कह रहे हैं पैसा नहीं पड़ा, that is your problem statement. But find out what you're good at and then capitalize it. Anybody who has a skill and he knows he has that skill can make unlimited amount of money from that skill. So that's it. It has been a wonderful Sunday evening with all of you. Thank you, Arthur, and thank you, everyone.